Are you wondering how it is that other people who earn the same money as you, work in a similar job as you, and they're still not always having the money troubles that you do? Well, let's have a look at what money wisdom they have and what it actually means to be money wise. Welcome back to Ira Living. I'm Kenya, and I'm going to share with you some ideas as to how you can be more money wise in your everyday living. So when we say money wise, what exactly do we mean? So to be money wise means that you have an understanding of how money is earned, how to spend it, and how to grow money. And so therefore you have a better respect and a better relationship with the money that you're earning, the way you're spending your money, and also how you're investing it. The people who have these skills are the people who become financially stable and even go on to become financially emancipated in its entirety. Money is a tool that holds immense power and is a catalyst for change and have the ability to transform life and result in success. However, few people are money wise, and because of that, they keep finding themselves going back to a place where they've gained money and lost it all, gained money and lost it all. And they then find that they have a love-hate relationship with money, because as soon as they acquire it, it's just as quickly as they lose it. So what we're going to focus on here are 3 key things that we need to understand in order to exercise money-wise living. So here are the 3 fundamental things that helps you to be money-wise. The first step to think about is how to understand money and then how to manage money. Now we know that money is a tool, and just like any other tool, money can be used for good and it can be used for evil. And people can either use it productively or not. Now what we want to do as money-wise people is being able to use money effectively and efficiently. Therefore, we need to understand how to manage money. Now money is earned, and just as we earn it, money can depart by spending it. Now we can also utilize our money by investing it. Now we're going to explore 2 things here: spending money as well as investing money. Now the way in which we spend money, we need to ensure that the way in which we're spending it with prioritization. So we're focusing on the things that we need and less on the things that we want. And then we can see where there becomes a scope for us to then explore the things that we want. We also need to ensure that we're investing money, because if we just earn and spend money, then we're constantly going to have no money. So therefore, what we need to do is to figure out how can we start to save and then invest this money. Because when we save and invest, what we're then doing is creating an opportunity for us to get out of the cycle of not having money and starting to build up a portfolio of having money. And once we start to do that, we realize that money keeps bringing in the opportunity to have more money. So that's the first thing. We need to understand money and then understand how to manage money. Now, the second part of being money wise is knowing your worth and your value. Now, when you know your worth and your value, there are certain things that you will and will not do. There are certain places that you will make compromise and other places that you just will not. So therefore, you are able to know where you can be bought and where you cannot be bought. And you know that your price is set in a certain way that you have to be given that level of regard and value. So in the first place, when you go to a job and you go to negotiate your contract, you know your value and your worth that you're bringing to the company, and therefore you're able to bring that negotiation to the table. If you're asked to perform at an event or to do something at a function, you will know the value that you're bringing to those people. So your focus and concentration doesn't have to be on how much you're charging them, but you can change your conversation to seeing what value you're adding to them. And because you know the value that you carry, you are able to convey the value that you're providing to somebody else, and therefore they start to see the value they're getting and is more willing to pay for the value that they're receiving. So you need to understand that as part of your money wise journey. And the third thing we need to do as money wise people is practicing how to acquire money. Now we can acquire money through interest or growing equity in our portfolio and in our investments. We can also earn money as a means of acquiring it. So therefore, we need to look at all these avenues that are open to us and tap into them. And that way we are exercising money wisdom. So the more avenues that we are able to see to activate our ability of acquiring money it's more likely that we're going to accumulate and have money to be able to use for the different things that we need to use it for, whether that is to buy the things that we need, or it is to support people in our sphere that we want to support, to be charitable, whatever it is that you then want to be able to do with the money, because you've practiced the skills of how to acquire money and you know the different ways to do so, and you are utilizing them to your advantage. Money no longer becomes a problem or a strain, and you no longer see it as a scarce resource, but you see money as something that you can attract and therefore have an abundant approach to how you treat money. So now, hopefully, we have a comprehension of what it is to be money wise. Remember, financial literacy is revolutionary. It has transformed my life, and I know it can do the same to yours.